Now we're here. We're going to be talking baseball with head ETBU baseball coach Jared Hood. Coach Jared Hood, last couple of years that I was here, the biggest thing going on for the team was the long ball, the home runs, and all that. You're driving all the runs. But this year it's kind of been a little bit different, to say the least. The biggest thing that you have going for you has been pitching. Now, you've talked about how you managed to get you wanted to focus your attention more on pitching, and we got to see a sample of that, especially against LeTourneau for the home opener when Blaine Parker went, I think, 7 innings, allowing just 1 run. But just talk about the pitching that has been kind of the key thing that for you guys this season.
Yeah, Kenneth. The past couple of years we've made a pretty good run into the conference tournament and gotten pretty deep, and we've run out of arms. So really our main focus in this recruiting class was to increase the depth of the pitching staff. Continue to get young, good arms in here that can come in here and compete. And as you can see, and as you said, we've been able to do that, and we feel very confident that we've got a slew of guys in there in the pen that at any given point in time can get the ball and have a couple innings here, a couple innings there, and really help us out. So I've been very pleased with the pitching staff and what they've been able to do, and it'll definitely help us out come tournament time.
Of course, you've played 10 games so far. You're 6-4, which is not bad. Obviously, you got a pretty young team, to say the least. I was at the game against LeTourneau last night, and there were some good things about there too. Just a couple of kinks that you can obviously work out. But as you get ready to enter conference play with the series against Hardin-Simmons coming up, where do you think you stand as far as the team is concerned? I know there's some things that you can get better on, but where do you think overall the team is at this point?
Well, it's really hard to tell a lot of times with a young team. I know this team, they play off a lot of emotion and energy, and I think with young guys, they need that. They feed off of that. We're still working on the X's and O's of the baseball part of things, and that's been really the hardest thing is to get from the high school mindset, and just going out there and swinging away and playing, and then getting into the college mindset and really honing in on the little things that it takes to be successful at the college level. Base running, hitting approach, making sure that on defense that every routine play is being made and taking care of the baseball. So we knew that we were going to have these teaching moments, okay, and unfortunately we had one last night in the LeTourneau game. But these are all things that are they're going to help us out going forward. We knew we were going to have some really high highs, and then there were going to be some low times. But we've got to take these low times and really teach these kids the lessons that we're learning right now. And they learned one last night. If you don't show up to play a college baseball game, you're going to get beat. And that's just flat out what happened last night. So hopefully we'll learn from that, and that won't happen again. But I'm pleased where our team is. Obviously, record-wise, 6-4. I mean, that's okay. I'd always like to be better. I always think we can be better. But we've played some pretty decent baseball. We've had some guys step up. Pitching-wise, we've had Jeremy Bateman on the offensive side of things has really come through. Defensively, we've been okay. We had some lapses last night, but so if you think about it, we're right probably where I think we should be. Not too far on the spectrum either on either side, but I think we're right where we need to be.
Perfect time as well, because this weekend you begin conference play. You take on Hardin-Simmons. This was a team that obviously you've had some familiar experience with the last couple of years. But just talk about, for the new guys at least, this is kind of the real deal here, because this is for conference. You're trying to get into one of the top 8 teams in all of conference play, but just kind of a learning experience for these new guys. Just talk about what it really means to compete, especially against a conference opponent, especially one like Hardin-Simmons.
Yeah, Hardin-Simmons, they're always really good, and they always play us really tough. Coach Coleman over there is a fantastic baseball mind. He's going to have those guys ready to go. And it's just like what I just talked about. Like if you don't show up with the right mindset and the right intensity level to play Hardin-Simmons, they're going to bury you. And and that's happened to us in years past. And they always play us really tough. And it's going to be a good series. It's going to be a hard-fought series. We've got to have good starts on the mound, and we've got to have some timely hitting. But I'm excited for it. I think the guys are excited for it. I think we're ready to get it going, just to kind of see where we all measure up, and that's the hard thing about this point in the season. And everybody's looking at everybody's records and who's played who and everything, so you're trying to measure up, and nobody really knows. So it'll be good to get that first taste of conference play and hopefully get it started out in the right direction.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you this weekend as you take on Hardin-Simmons this weekend. We'll be right back to talk with our next coach in just a moment.